Hello friends, and I welcome to all of you in my new YouTube channel, that is Study Center. Today we are going to discuss about the National Food Security Act. So first of all, I welcome to all of you in my YouTube channel, that is Study Center. So let's start the discussion about National Food Security Act. There has been a persistent demand in the country that food security, especially for poor, must become the right and entitlement. The government of India has enacted a Food Security Act to ensure food security for the poor. National public debate and consultation process for this taken. This act proposes that every family below poverty line will be entitled by the 25 kgs of rice or wheat per month at the rupees of 3 kg. The scheme is expected to cover 65.2 billion families below the poverty line. The act was considered to complementary to the National Rural Development and Employment Guarantee Act, which assured employment in rural areas, giving the rule of poor purchasing power to buy food under solid Food Security Act. But some of the concerns need to be addressed. Discuss below. Number 1 point, it is unclear as how too many beneficiaries will be there. It is said that Act will cover about 6 crore families below the poverty line. It is estimated that if below the poverty line families beneficiaries of similar schemes are added, 25 million tons of wheat or rice may be needed. But if above the poverty line who are poor are also being added, then 50 million tons of these grains may be needed, which will be a tall order. Point number 2, the delivery mechanism, it appears, will be the PDS and TPDS mechanism, but the system is corrupt and poorly administered. It is advisable to rely on such a mechanism. Point number 3, the financial implications are quite high. If only below the poverty line families are covered, subsidy will be rupees 30,000 crore. If both below the poverty line families are to be covered, the bill may rise 60,000 crores. This may rise further at minimum support prices. It raises further. Is such high bill sustainable? Point number 4, food security is not just a provision of rice or a wheat, but an extension of minimum nutrition requirements will be feasible. To overcome the above problems, to face the challenges of some suggestions are given below. Point number 1, initially the act have included the rural poor urban areas in the long-term measures. Various poverty eradication and employment scheme must be made available to the poor so that they will be purchasing power to buy the food grains from the PDS. Poor must also be trained and skilled and made capable. The procurement and distribution may be left to state governments, the arrangement of the people, and give subsidy and comparatively lower level of central government. Before the act was implemented, the PDS must be made efficient and corruption must be tackled. Point number 4, management, procurement, prices, investment, etc. must be considered in advance for the effective implementation of the act. Point number 5, the state government need to consult and contribution with the central government to procure and distribute food grains. Point number 6, Gram Panchayat should be involved to move bogus cards. Point number 7, as regards nutrition food, the PDS sells and distributes the several essential commodities, and subsequently the required nutrition items may be added. Thank you friends. If you like my video, like it and share it. In the next video, I will discuss about the unorganized labor, rural and urban. Thank you.